Gunvolt 1 introduces us to the protagonist, Gunvolt. He steals a little sister, meets an unimportant mirror man, his little sister gets kidnapped, he kills his dad, and the message of the game is racism. Gunvolt 2 begins with Gunvolt. Some guy named Copen shows up with a gat. An unimportant glass woman appears and turns into... Hey, wait a minute. Gunvolt's story is his little sister gets kidnapped and he spends the game confused. Copen's story is his little sister gets kidnapped, so he responds with, "Sending adepts to the abyss fills me with bliss. You took my sis, now I'll make you piss." Copen is racist. The message of the game is racism always exists. 100 years into the future, we meet a girl who recruits Gunvolt, anamorphs Gunvolt into a dog, and the message is racism no longer exists. Gunvolt 3 begins with our protagonist Kirin. She is a battle priestess from Shadow Yakumo, which as far as I'm concerned is a group of ninjas. Now I know what you may be thinking. What's Shadow Yakumo? What is their relevance to the story? After running some guys over, Kirin gets cock-blocked by a seal, so instead of leaving, she decides to break it with lethal force. From now on, I'll be using footage from the hard mode difficulty and going back to normal as needed. If you have any complaints about me not playing on merciless mode or being consistent, then please send them to... We make our way through the Sumeragi building, learning about the gameplay mechanics. Tag the enemy to kill them. Tag upwards to kill the enemy. Tag downwards to kill the enemy. Slash the enemy to kill them. After making our way through the building, we stumble upon a man. Ignoring the man, we walk past him to see a cool-looking dragon surrounded by red swords. These are called primal dragons. The swords end up breaking like the scrap of junk they are, and the dragon decides he's going to kill us now. After that dude runs away, it's time to begin our first boss fight of the game. Admittedly, it's a really easy fight, but I will still show you his attacks. He has a big ball that's extremely easy to dodge and it can move back too. He's got a big Goomba blast. And in the final phase, he gets an attack that's completely undodgeable. Hey, wait a minute. After defeating the big bad dragon, Kirin decides it's time to seal his powers and... 2 weeks later, girl, dog, ghost, gotcha, next stage. Downtown Christmas is a stage where you terrorize the innocents and ruin Christmas for everyone. And also, for some reason, everyone is loaded with weapons and there's robots surrounding the area. It's with this stage where we get introduced to 3 new mechanics. Arc Chain allows you to instantly teleport to an enemy, and oh, that's how I dodged that undodgeable attack. After executing an Arc Chain, you'll get a free air jump, which allows you to take your time and reposition yourself. You can keep refreshing an air jump every time you arc chain an enemy. A super attack which nukes the entire screen, and I don't use period unless it's in a boss fight. Gunvolt, who is an overpowered death machine that I might consider using if I don't want to fight a boss. He basically plays the exact same as Kirin, except he has an instant kill, and that's all you need to know. At the end of the stage, we meet BB. He hits on Kirin, fails, has a Redditor moment, and we fight. BB's attacks include a move where he flies around at the top of the screen and drops projectiles you can deflect. He can summon ghosts where if you get hit by too many, he can instantly kill you, so watch out for that. He has an attack where he flies down and sends more deflectable projectiles your way. They erupt into a pillar if not deflected. In Phase 2, he gets an attack where he flies towards your location and throws projectiles at you. It is easily dodgeable if you time your jumps or stand behind him. When you enter the final phase, he'll use a super move called Death Procession. If you get slashed once by it, you will be instantly killed. If you survive, he becomes Ghost Rider. Unfortunately for him, the instant kill isn't for me. We have beaten BB and I have forgotten nothing important. Oh dear. After giving Death a taste of death, BB forces himself into the party without my consent, and I start feeling the same way Kieran does.